Survival games are getting more and more popular with time. I'm talking about on both PC and on mobile. So today I want to bring you guys 10 of the newest and some of the best survival games on mobile. I have ones that are upcoming, ones that are recently released, and a few Easter eggs in there that have been out for a while, but worth you checking out. First on today's list is Project Evo, to be built on the Unreal 5 engine. This one is currently still in development and is supposed to release in 2023. This is one of the best looking mobile games that we have looked at and that we will see this upcoming year. Currently, it's in pre-registration, and the places where I found it most were on TapTap if you're interested in getting yourself pre-registered for it. But I love survival games. And a lot of the times in a lot of the games we're looking at today, they may not have some of the best graphics in the world. But when we look at Project Evo, my goodness, this thing looks very, very good. So if you're looking for a game that has that survival element to it, but also couples it with amazing graphics and something that really is next level, and you're willing to wait a couple of months, Project Evo could be one of your favorite, most anticipated, most played games of 2023. I know I'm personally excited about this one. I can't wait to get it in my hands, and I myself am pre-registered and ready to dive in. Next on today's list is Project Winter, another survival game that's out currently and has a different style art that you may like. Now, we just talked about the beautiful artwork from the game coming out next year, but this one is already out right now. And although not the most crisp art, it definitely has a distinct artwork style with this game that you may vibe with. I know that I personally do, and I actually featured this game in one of my previous videos just a week or two ago here on the channel, and I mentioned that it really reminds me of the artwork from the game Knighthood. If you're looking for something with a different style art and you want to get into that survival style and you're ready for some snow and some cold, you may want to try this one out. Free to play, available right now. Introducing Frostborn. Now, this is one of those Easter eggs I mentioned earlier on in the video. This game is not brand new, but it is a really fantastic open world RPG style survival game that has a pretty large community built around it, playing every single day and enjoying what this game has to offer. Although not brand new, it may have been missed on your list, and maybe you'd never played this one before, and it 100% is worthwhile if you're looking for a game that really has some serious depth, and that is more than just a typical mobile game. This one has the depth that you'd find in something that you'd be playing on the PC. Frostborn has been proven to be a solid game, although it's not brand new. And Project Island. This one is very new and looks much like many of the survival games that we've seen before. You run around with no clothes, you have an axe, and you start chopping up things, which is standard, which is what I would say is standard about this game as well. It's not breaking any molds anywhere, but it does what it does well, and it's something that you can get yourself involved in right now. Give this one a shot. If you're looking for something that's not groundbreaking, not going to make you completely have to learn the game all over again, and you can just dive on in and start playing. You have the creativity to build things as you wish, and that's really what a lot of people love these games for now, isn't it? Give this one a shot if you're looking for something that's more of the same. Guys, what games are you playing right now? Are any of the games on today's list yet on your phone? If not, let me know what you're playing in the comment section below. And while you're down there, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. Introducing The Bonfire 2, a very simplistic looking game, but at the same time, it looks very satisfying as well. I like how this game is actually laid out. The elements are small and you get a nice bird's eye view of what's going on inside of the game. Deal with your growth, deal with the management of your city, and really just survive off of what you're given, off of what you have to work with, and off of what you farm and create on your own. In the evenings, you're gonna have to basically protect your settlement from the beasts that you have to encounter. This one is very different from the others we're looking at. It looks like it has a bit more of a simplistic style to it. But simplistic is not ever a bad thing, especially since every game that you play doesn't need to be something that you spend hours and hours a day involved in. This one looks fun, and you should try it. That's my recommendation. The Wild Darkness. This is another one of those Easter eggs that I mentioned earlier in the video that is not a brand new game, but it's one that's been around for a while, and it really does what it does well. It reminds me of an action RPG, or more like a turn-based RPG set in an older time when you had to really expect less from a game, when you didn't have to have all the craziness around you. It was kind of like the old school Zelda days when gaming was pure. That's the feel that I get from this one. And if you're into that survival element to it with that type of a vibe, this one could be something you enjoy. The Last Maverick Raft. Now, this is one of the newer survival games out, but I wouldn't say that it's one of the best. It made the list here today because it's out and it's new. It doesn't seem to fit and keep up with what you would expect in other Raft titles that are currently available on mobile, but maybe you're looking for something that's a little bit different or something that's just a little bit newer. Raft has been out for a while. This one is fairly new, and maybe you just like the whole way that that type of a game plays, but you're bored of the old one, so you want to try something new, even if it's a little bit more subpar. I don't know, it's up to you. I love dinosaurs, so of course I love the idea here of Chimera Land. This one right here is survival in that land, and you definitely have some unique elements in this one. You could be some really goofy looking characters, and you can make some really futuristic looking dinosaurs and beasts along the way. It's definitely a standout game that we have here on today's list, different than all of the others, but those of you that are into the Jurassic periods, or Jurassic, ZOZ Final Hour, another one that is still in development and supposed to release later this year or early 2023. This is another one of those survival games, but more of a futuristic style. Zombies everywhere, more of a battle royale style versus the zombies, so it does stray a little bit from your standard survival style game, but it really does look nice, and it takes the genre to a different place than we're used to seeing. Zombies, yes, of course, but zombies, battle royale, and survival all mixed in one. This is one that definitely stretches the limits a little bit and could be worth checking out just because it's something so new and brutal. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on my upcoming videos bringing you guys the best mobile games.